This is Kidist, also known as Empress, TIEbyKidist, but with Empress. And I wanted to just hop on here and just talk about my progress with fasting and the weight loss journey and all the good things. I have been going through some trials and error, and I decided, like I've been focused on trying to create healthy habits, right? So with this whole thing, I've been doing a lot of research and different things. I've been trying a lot of different things. I've been trying OMAD, intermittent fasting, and I realized one of the things that I had to work on was my mindset and being consistent, and focus on that first, because I would get started and then I would just be like, whatever. And I kind of found myself doing that today. Like, I just could not get started and finish what I wanted to start. With that being said, I have joined a few support groups, and I'm going to share what that looked like for me. I've joined a couple of intermittent fasting support groups. I have I paid for a couple of pay apps as far as um, to help me monitor and track my, like my intake, my carbohydrates, and those things. So one of the things that I came across, and I learned about it last year sometime by my business partner who was in Gambia, who introduced me to water fasting. And it sounded really kind of crazy to me, to do a full blown water fast, and I didn't understand how you can go prolonged. I'm like, that's going to shut your body down, and that's going to do all these things to you. And unfortunately, when she embarked on this, she was in another country, and as she and I were talking, I was learning the things that she did not incorporate in her water fast to sustain her for long periods of time. Because if you don't do a water fast correctly, it can be quite dangerous. And so, even though I watched her through this journey and it unfortunately did not work out so well for her, it kind of really put a stigma in my mind about water fasting. But I found a few online communities that focus on water fasting, and as I started diving into all the success stories of people who were doing water fast, I started seeing the health benefits of it, but you have to make sure you do it correctly. Now, like I said, I've been studying this ever since she introduced it to me over a year ago. And with the water fast, I'm seeing really great results. It does a lot of restorative things for you. And that's what I need because, like, for me, I have suffered with brain fog and high blood pressure and inflammation and stomach issues. So one of the things that I seen is that with water fasting, it rebuilds, it regenerates, it is that the word? Regenerates your your stem cells, and you end up kind of healing those areas that are injured. Oh, I see a message. I love your pendant. Alhamdulillah. Thank you. I love this pendant too. I love it too. It got my healing color blue. And so, so with the water fast, as I started, going through this group and I started hearing the success stories, I'm like, okay, let me try that. Because, I have tried everything. I've tried everything. And one of the things that I just knew that was the most important thing for me was my mental and getting my mind prepared and understanding why I was dealing with the emotional eating and what I could do to correct it. and I feel really good mentally. So I was like, okay, I feel like I'm ready for this next step. If anyone follows my TikTok, if you go on my TikTok, I think it's called TIEbyKidist or Global Green Book, I'm not sure. I've been sharing me working on being consistent, working on my mental health, and I just do like daily 1 minute videos sharing that progress of me working on it and just understanding how my mind works and why I have not been able to be consistent with these things. So I've changed my goal from wanting to lose weight to wanting to be consistent and to understand my triggers. And that was such a blessing because now when I have my triggers, I don't immediately run and just put something in my mouth, which is not cool. I'm able to address it and deal with it. So now with the water fasting, I'm looking at, I practice Islam. So Ramadan is right around the corner. So I was like, let me work on, and I'm like, we're going into this really crazy season because, like, my family, I'm the only Muslim in my family. So everybody practice Christmas, Thanksgiving, Halloween. Like, my whole office is empty because everyone went to go celebrate Halloween. So it's a lot of temptation all around me, like food temptation, food temptation. So I told myself, I said, you know what? Now's the time. You have been really consistent with making sure you eat your lunch every day. You make your lunch. You make your own food. I'm getting up in the morning. I'm going to the gym in the morning. I am, you know, getting my steps in. Like, I'm really proud of myself that I'm becoming more consistent and focused on my journey. I know today I'm going to go get my scale. I've been avoiding that daggone scale, but one of the things I want to also keep myself accountable is start weighing myself and not getting discouraged when I see the numbers. Those numbers can really get to you, but I need to like start looking in the mirror. I need to start looking at the numbers and just really being like, okay, this is what it is right now, but this is not what it's going to always be. So today I decided I was going to start my rolling water fast. After studying it for at least a year, my doctor was like, no, no, no. But I feel comfortable enough where, like, I understand my body now. I'm understanding um, when I need to stop or when I need to eat or what have you. And so with the rolling water fast, I didn't really understand. Like, I was thinking you just drink water and you stay hydrated, and it is like it's a whole process. Like, you got to make sure you have your pink Himalayan salt and your uh, kelp, kelp, Celtic kelp, to make sure that you're getting your iodine and, your minerals. And like, I have all my supplements, which I didn't take. Like, so I have like my berry supplements, I have my memory, I have my greens, I have my fruits. So I have all my supplements here. I didn't take them. I have my I'm doing golden seal and echinacea. I have my hydration. So like during the day, you have to make sure you have your supplements. So what I realized, like for me, I'm gonna have to take my supplements on the day that I eat. But in regards to your water, they say like for your water fast, you need to drink about a gallon a day. And I did not drink a gallon. This is all I drank today. I was just struggling with it. But what I need to also do is I have to infuse it because you want to get the minerals from your vegetables. So like cut up, and it needs to sit in my water for about 4 hours. And so it's trial and error for me right now. So, chop up your, they said do cucumbers, like slice up your cucumber slices, let it infuse in your drinks so that you can get those hydration and that nutrient. Drink your tea. So I have my hibiscus tea. I have my fruit tea. And that way you're drinking water, but you're getting the nutrients from those things. And I was like, oh, that just makes so much sense. I did pretty good today. I started my fast around 7 p.m. last night, and I did not break it until about 5 p.m. today. And at 5, because I just didn't have my water properly prepared, and I just didn't have everything. I'm like I said, I'm kind of just really getting things in place, and I'm like, oh, this is what I see why they say do this and do that, because you have to have things that are just going to keep you going. So I started my fast back up. So I broke my fast around 5, and then I did like a shake so I could help me get protein, because with me monitoring, I've been using this app called Live On or Live. I can't think of the name. I'll put it in the description. But this app helps me break down like my carbohydrates, my fiber, my sodium, my macronutrients. And one of the things, and it's a whole list of other things. It's a really great app. I pay for it and it's worth it. But what I'm seeing is when you start really breaking down your food and measuring it, you're really seeing how much you are. I really see how much I was like, ooh, that I was really doing a lot. I was putting a lot of fat in my body that looked like normal food, and it was really just a bunch of fat. So with that, I was able to see that one of the things that I was lacking in my diet, because believe it or not, I've been a vegetarian for like over 20 years. But I was eating a lot of rice. I was eating a lot of potatoes. I was eating a lot of like, fatty oils, those things, fried food. Those things are just terrible. So when I started breaking it down, I was like, I'm really not getting enough protein in my diet. And you have to, it's easy to get protein, but you have to make sure you measure your food. So I am really re-educating myself with my relationship with food. I was raised by one fat parent who, when I used to get hurt, he would reward me with a box of Rolo, and and when I was in bed sick, he would come home with a box of M&Ms, like, here, baby. And then I had a skinny parent who would offset them. So when I was dealing with emotional things, my skinny parent would let my fat parent, comfort me the way he wanted to. And I realized now as an adult, when I'm going through stuff, when I'm dealing with trauma, when I'm dealing with pain, that fat girl comes out, and I remember those things that my dad used to do for me. Not no shade to my father, but my father was a fat kid who grew up into a fat adult. And, and I learned those habits. So I'm unlearning those habits and retraining myself for something different. What does it say? I love you, Penny Girl. You're so pretty. Give thanks. I appreciate love that. Thank you. So, with that being said, how this rolling water fast is going to work is trial and error. So I started yesterday at 7, and the goal was to start at 7, to fast until all throughout today, doing the water fast, break my fast around 11, do the intermittent fasting from 11 to 7, and then start the rolling fast over again. So it would go, fast for 30 hours, eat a window period of hour of 8, fast for 30, for 30 hours. And I plan on doing that for about 90 days, and that will take me into Ramadan, when I start my dry fast for Ramadan. So today, and if I don't do it right, it's fine. It's something new. Fasting is not an easy thing, and it does take a few times of trial and errors and trying to get it right to do it. So I'm not beating myself up for it. I'm excited about it because one of the things that I can't wait to start seeing is my skin tighten up, to see like the different ailments, like my back pain, because I suffer with back pain because of the weight. Those things, those are the things that I'm working on healing. I'm not really focused on like aesthetics of like, am I skinny? I really don't care about that. I want to see longevity. And in this country, it is made to keep you on medication. I don't want to be on medication. I want to get off of high blood pressure. I want to be able to ride my bike for an hour and not have my knees hurt. I would like to be able to jog and my feet don't get inflamed. Those are the things that is what I am concerned about. It's not how I look, but the quality of my life, and so that I can enjoy my older years. And like what's her name, Chef, I think it's Chef Babette. She's like 70 years old and she can do planks. That's what I'm talking about. I don't want to be that 70-year-old woman that needs someone to help me get out the tub. I want to be able to push up and keep it moving. So that's what weight loss is for me. It's about having a quality of life and living the best version of myself. And one of the side benefits is you look better. You do. You look younger because the weight ages you. You look younger. Your skin looks supple, and you just feel better. And you don't get out of breath when you're walking up a flight of steps. Like, I want to get rid of all of that. So that's what I'm excited about. And then, and eventually, inshallah, my children are going to start having children. And I want to be here a long time for my future grandchildren. So I'm excited to go through this next phase. I see another message. Don't worry about that. You are perfect the way you are. Thank you, April. But yeah, I need to worry about that because health is wellness. Health is wealth. And when you're at the healthiest version of yourself, that is worth more than money. That's worth more than personal accolades. If I don't feel good, I don't look good. Feeling good is the most important thing. So I'm excited about this rolling fast. And I'm going to try to come on here and share more about what I'm learning, because I am learning. I'm not an expert. It is trial and error for me. I've been drinking I started this protein shake yesterday. So I had like the protein shake and I add the spinach in it. And I'm just trying to find the ways of like making sure that I get the nutrients that I need while I'm working and doing what I have, what I normally do. So I started my fast. So tomorrow I'm going to fast until 11 a.m. And I'm just going to eat like I normally do tomorrow from 11 to 7. And I'm going to finish everything I have in my refrigerator because I brought food to work. And I will put in my description the apps that I'm using, because there's 2 apps that I'm using and they're really good. One, they monitor my sleep, because that's another thing that I changed, which has been really helping me a lot. Proper rest. Proper rest is so crucial. And I have learned a lot about what I need to do to ensure that I get proper rest. Let me see if I have it. I wrote it down because I was doing a lot of things. I'm always writing little notes down. This is about my camping. I do car camping too, so. Okay, I don't have it with me, but one of the things that I learned about making sure that I get proper rest, and I've been incorporating it, and it's been working like amazing. So one of the things that I started doing is, depending on what time that I want to get up I know the goal is for me to get at least 8 hours of sleep every night. So during the week, I have different days that I have to get up at different times, and I want to incorporate me going to the gym. So I think about all of that, like what time I need to be at the gym, so I can do what I need to do and then get to work on time. And so how whatever that time is, I counted 8 hours back, and that's the time I prepared for bed. So I have three different bedtimes during the week, from 10 to 12, depending on the activity I have to do for the next day. I created a schedule on my cell phone so that I have an alarm. I had a sleep schedule so that every night my phone, when it goes off, let me see if you all can see it. If this is for, unfortunately, this is only for Apple users. I don't know about any other phone. So in here I have like my sleep schedule, right? And so here I can change it. So what I do is I create a schedule for like different days of the week. So every day my sleep schedule is different, but the goal is 8 hours. So that lets me know what time I need to go to bed. So about an hour before I need to go to bed, it gives me a notification like, time for you to go to bed. So I have 10, 11, and 12 as my three different hours that I go to bed. I'm flexible on the weekend, and 3 hours, and this is with all my little research, because I'm always trying to figure out, because I was suffering with insomnia really bad to the point where I was averaging like three, 4, 5 hours a night, and you cannot lose weight that way, not getting enough sleep. It's not giving your body the opportunity to do any restoration, gene restoration. So what I learned was I needed to stop eating at least 3 hours prior to me going to bed. So that's why I chose 7 as my cutoff across the board every day, to keep it simple, because that's 3 hours before 10. And then the rest of the week, I just, my sleep is focused on, it's the same. So at least 3 hours before I go to bed, I stop eating. At least 2 hours before I go to bed, I have my last drink, because one of the things they say, you don't want to drink close to the time when you're going to bed, because what's going to happen is you're going to wake up out your sleep and go to the bathroom. So like at 8 o'clock is my cutoff time for doing any drinking, and then an hour before I go to bed, the lights, they said create like a blue light effect. They have some glasses, and I said I was going to invest in the glasses, but you have to, like how your phone changes to that darker screen, and you can do your computer. Like they said, create a blue light effect at least 1 hour before you go to bed, so that your body will start naturally producing melatonin. And I didn't even realize I was taking melatonin. They was like, just stop taking the melatonin and create the blue light effect. Make sure you darken your screens, your TV. If you can, turn the TV off at least an hour before you go to bed. And then that way your body will start naturally producing the melatonin. I do blackout windows, and I have like the face mask. And what I found is once I turn everything off, I turn on the MHZ. I have like, what's she called? Alexa. I say, Alexa, turn on MHZ. And it's like a sound vibration that it's almost like white noise. And with my mask, what I've been finding is I've been going to sleep, and I've been averaging around 7.5 hours of sleep. When I say I wake up before my alarm, it is amazing. I get up, I feel refreshed. I'm able to get up, throw my clothes on, and head to the gym and get my day started properly. I absolutely see a big difference since I've been really focused on sleep, and then that affects every other area of my life. So with that, the so it's like one is contingent on the other. My proper sleep is contingent on me. It helps me get up. Me getting up in the morning is contingent on my proper sleep. And then my stopping of eating and drinking, everything is like really connected to really get me to a place where I am able to get proper rest and then be able to do my exercising, and then I can eat on time and stop eating on time. And it also has had a very positive effect on my performance at work, even on my mental health. I don't stress over things the way that I used to. I don't get the anxiety because I suffer with anxiety really bad. And it's just like it's like a chain reaction, but it's a positive chain reaction. It's been like a snowball effect. One thing affects the other. So I'm going to get my big girl panties on tonight. I'm going to go get my scale out of the storage, and one of the things I'm going to start weighing myself every day, and give myself grace because I had to stop the water fast because I started getting a little lightheaded, and I was like, no, I'm not doing that. I blended up my soup. I ate soup with the spinach, and I had some fish tea. I ate that, and it balanced me out. So I'm okay with even doing OMAD. And if you don't know what that is, that's 1 meal a day. So if I can't do a whole day of fasting, a whole 30 hours of fasting, I'm okay with, ended up doing just an OMAD. My goal is to create healthy habits that are sustainable. And I will let you all know. I'll probably, I don't know, I'll probably check in maybe Sunday to let you know how the 30-day fast was 30-hour fast, not 30 days. The 30-hour fast was for Saturday because that's going to be my next one from Friday to Sunday. So I'm going to see if I can do it then because it might be easier because I'm not working and I'm not in a stressful environment. I'm still working, but it's kind of more relaxed vibe. And I'm going to focus between today and tomorrow to make sure I have my water prepared, get my cucumbers and my tea and get everything that I need. So when I do my fast, I can just sit and just drink and just drink and drink and drink. Yeah, it's going to be a process. So this is basically day one, and I don't know. We'll see how it goes for the next 90 days. All right. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate love you all. And if I miss some of the messages, I will respond to it. And please share with me anything that you may be doing that could be helpful, any tips that you may have. Because I feel like if you're on here watching, you might be going through the same thing as well, because it's not about looks. It's about being the healthiest version of ourselves and making sure that we have quality life, because Big Pharma wants to keep us sick. And my goal is to do it naturally. I don't want to do any weight loss supplements. I don't want to do any surgeries. I want to be able to do something that no matter where I am in the world, I'll be able to maintain my health and be the best version of myself. Anyway, thank you for watching, Empress. And this is TIEbyKidist with Empress. And I will see you in the next check-in. Peace. Assalamu alaikum.